Reading quotes in life lessons is like delving into the wisdom of great thinkers throughout history. These carefully selected aphorisms have the power to enlighten and transform our lives. And who better to learn from than one of the most influential writers of the 20th century, George Orwell?
Serenity is impossible to a poor man in a cold country. It is a mysterious thing, the loss of faith as mysterious as faith itself. Like faith, it is ultimately not rooted in logic, it is a change in the climate of the mind. War against a foreign country only happens when the moneyed classes think they are going to profit from it. The essential job is to get people to recognize war propaganda when they see it, especially when it is disguised as peace propaganda. One is almost driven to the cynical conclusion that men are only decent when they are powerless. We have now sunk to a depth at which the restatement of the obvious is the first duty of intelligent men. Has it ever struck you that there's a thin man inside every fat man, just as they say there's a statue inside every block of stone? Perhaps a man really dies when his brain stops, when he loses the power to take in a new idea. It is not possible for any thinking person to live in such a society as our own without wanting to change it. Adults are only less superstitious than children in proportion as they have more power over their environment. In predicaments where everyone is powerless, for example war, gambling, everyone is superstitious. I should say that it is a good rule of thumb never to mention religion if you can possibly avoid it. Here is something wrong with a regime that requires a pyramid of corpses every few years. We are in a strange period of history in which a revolutionary has to be a patriot and a patriot has to be a revolutionary. Society has always to demand a little more from human beings than it will get in practice. In this war we have one weapon which our enemies cannot use against us, and that is the English language. Several other languages are spoken by larger numbers of people, but there is no other that has any claim to be a worldwide lingua franca.